Welcome back, Brain Body Facts fans. Are you ready to push your boundaries and explore what lies beyond your comfort zone? Let's kick off with understanding what a comfort zone actually is. Picture a bubble. This bubble is your comfort zone. It's a behavioral space where your activities and behaviors fit into a routine and pattern that minimizes stress and risk, offering you a state of mental security. It's the familiar, the known, the predictable. It's where you feel safe and at ease, free from the fear of failure or the unexpected. But have you ever wondered how this comfort zone is created and maintained? The answer lies in our brain, specifically in a region called the basal ganglia. The basal ganglia play a key role in the formation of habits and routines that characterize our comfort zones. They help us perform tasks automatically without needing to think about them. For instance, do you remember the first time you rode a bike? It was probably challenging, right? But with practice, it became second nature. That's the basal ganglia at work, transforming a complex task into a simple routine. But here's the catch. While these routines make life easier, they also limit our potential. Sticking to what's familiar means we're not trying new things, learning new skills, or challenging ourselves. It's like always eating the same meal. It might be comforting, but you're missing out on a world of flavors. So why do we cling to these comfort zones? The answer is simple. They provide us with a sense of safety. Our brains are wired to seek out comfort and avoid discomfort. The unknown can be scary, and our comfort zones protect us from that fear. However, staying within the confines of our comfort zones can limit our growth and potential. These routines are efficient but limit our potential. So, are you ready to step out and discover the amazing things that lie beyond your comfort zone? From an evolutionary standpoint, our brains equate the unknown with potential threat. Think about it. Our ancestors survived by being alert to potential dangers. Whether it was a rustling in the bushes or a sudden change in the weather, they needed to be ready to react. Over time, this vigilance became hardwired into our brains. Our brains developed a fight or flight response to help us deal with these potential threats. This response floods our bodies with adrenaline, heightening our senses and readying us for action. It served our ancestors well, but in our modern world, this response can be triggered by something as simple as a change in our daily routine or a new challenge at work. An expert psychologist, Dr. Amy Johnson, explains it this way. Our brains are wired to keep us safe, not necessarily to make us happy or fulfilled. This response triggers even in non-threatening situations. While staying in our comfort zones can feel safe, it can lead to stagnation and decreased satisfaction with life. Imagine being on a treadmill, running in place. You're moving, but not going anywhere. That's how a life in the comfort zone can feel over time. The routine and predictability, while comforting, can also breed boredom and a sense of dissatisfaction. This is because our brains are wired for novelty. They thrive on new experiences and challenges, which stimulate growth and learning. When we deny ourselves these opportunities by staying in our comfort zones, we're essentially putting a cap on our potential. Moreover, the comfort zone can become a trap, making us fear the unfamiliar and avoid risk. This fear can restrict our world, making it smaller and less exciting. Over time, this can lead to feelings of restlessness and even depression. So while the comfort zone feels safe, it's not always the best place to be. Stepping out can enhance your adaptability, creativity, and overall life satisfaction. When we expose ourselves to new experiences, our brains are forced to create new neural pathways. This process, called neuroplasticity, is essentially the brain's way of learning and adapting. It's like going to the gym for your brain, but instead of lifting weights, you're lifting new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. Now let's hear some real-life testimonials. Meet Jane, who decided to learn a new language in her 60s. She now speaks fluent French and has made friends from all over the world. And there's Tom, who overcame his fear of heights by trying rock climbing. He says it's not just about the adrenaline rush, but also about the pure exhilarity of conquering his fears. Remember, leaving your comfort zone doesn't have to mean jumping out of a plane. It could be as simple as trying a new dish or picking up a new hobby. It forces your brain to adapt and develop new problem-solving skills. Begin with small challenges, such as trying a new food or changing your daily routine. These little steps may seem insignificant, but they're actually creating a ripple effect in your brain. As you introduce these new experiences, your brain begins to form new connections and pathways. It's a bit like stretching a muscle. The more you do it, the more flexible and capable it becomes. Now, it's important not to jump in too deep too quickly. You don't want to plunge yourself into a situation that's too far outside your comfort zone, as this can lead to stress and anxiety. Instead, think of it as gradually turning up the heat. Start with a low flame, and as you get more comfortable, turn it up a notch. Keep track of your progress. Celebrate even the smallest victories. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. Gradually increase the challenge level to keep growing. Mindfulness and cognitive behavioral strategies can help manage the anxiety associated with new experiences. Let's break this down. Mindfulness is all about being present, truly tuned into what's happening around you and within you. It's about acknowledging your feelings, accepting them, and letting them flow, rather than trying to fight or suppress them. It's like being an observer of your own life, which can help you respond to challenges more calmly and thoughtfully. Now, cognitive behavioral strategies are tools that help you modify thought patterns to improve your behavior and emotional responses. For instance, if you're scared of public speaking, you might challenge your fear by questioning its validity or picturing the worst-case scenario and realizing it's not as bad as you imagined. Finally, setting clear and achievable goals can also provide direction and motivation. It's about breaking down your journey into manageable steps and celebrating each milestone along the way. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't just lead to new opportunities, it grows your brain and enriches your life. Remember, small challenges are the stepping stones to bigger ones, and every step counts. Embrace change, use mindfulness and cognitive behavioral strategies, and set those clear, achievable goals. Now it's your turn to take that first step. So what's one small step you'll take today to expand your horizons?